So back in 2021, I was looking for a photography-centric camera that I could take with me everywhere. At the time, I had just finished college and I landed my first job working in video. So I already knew that professionally, I wanted to continue down the path of pursuing video. So I invested in a Sony a7S III, which I'm still using to this day. This camera has been nothing but awesome for the past 3 years. I was just looking for a more compact and low profile camera that I could just carry with me everywhere. But back then I wasn't looking to jump into a whole new camera ecosystem. And it just so happened that the X100V was exactly what I was looking for. So shortly after I got my new job, I bought the camera. I managed to get the X100V used with some bonus filters from Reddit's photo market for $1,200 I believe, which honestly, looking back, was quite a deal because till this day, I still see some weenies on that subreddit selling their now, 3-year-old used X100Vs for more than that, which is pretty whack, especially considering the X100VI is coming out or at least going to be announced very soon. That's just me. Before I get into the pros and cons of the camera, it would help to understand what my X100V setup looks like. So the first accessory I bought for my camera was a diffusion filter, the Fujifilm Black Pro Mist filter in 1/4 strength. I used that filter for more than a year and I love the photos I got with it, but ultimately it was just becoming too much for me, like it was too stylized. Instead of buying another Black Pro Mist filter in a weaker strength, I decided to get the Fujifilm Glimmer Glass filter, and it's been on my camera ever since. I honestly like this filter more because it still gives me that same bloomed highlight look that I love without decreasing the contrast to the extent that the Black Pro Mist does. Like, all it takes is just the sun to hit it at a certain angle for your whole image to get super washed out, super blown out, or just it gets really misty. I don't know how else to describe it, but I'll have some examples where shooting against the sun really didn't work out because of the Black Pro Mist filter. I like the Glimmer Glass filter, it works great. I think both are wonderful if you're looking for that nice bloomed highlights look, with less contrast, but I do find that the Glimmer Glass retains shadows better. And also, just having a filter on the front of the camera makes this weather resistant, which is a nice bonus. I swapped my leather camera strap for the Peak Design leash camera strap because I didn't want my leather strap to get ruined when I was traveling and using it in bad weather. But I still use my same JJC thumb grip and my square hood lens hood Model V. Things that I love about this camera. I love how small and portable the X100V is. I can just pack it in my Moment sling bag or another crossbody bag and be good to go. Always having a camera around to document my everyday life has become more and more important to me over the years, and this truly has been the perfect tool to do just that. I just enjoyed the overall shooting experience with this camera. I enjoy its physical features, like the aperture ring. It feels really intuitive when I'm out shooting. I like the tilting LCD screen because it's really convenient to shoot with. And I love that it has a built-in ND filter, so I don't have to carry a set of filters with me and bother with screwing them on and off. I also love Fuji colors and film simulations. If you've seen my channel before, you'll know that I love a good film recipe, and this is a big reason why I bought this camera. It's great that now, after a day out with friends or shooting a family birthday party, I can just quickly send over my straight out of camera JPEGs from my phone. But that's not to say that I don't enjoy editing raw photos from my X100V, because I love it. I appreciate that I can use these film simulation color profiles as a starting point to my edits in Lightroom. And over the years, I've just ended up using the same 2 presets for all my edited photos, which makes editing go by much quicker. And fun fact, all the photos that you see on my Instagram and also in the travel photography videos on my channel were edited with these presets. And they're now available in the link in the description for you to buy and use for yourself. So definitely check that out if you also shoot with an X100V or a Fuji X-Trans4 sensor and would like to support the channel. And if you do end up trying out the presets, definitely tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your photos. But yeah, the film simulations and film recipes are very convenient and I love using them. Another thing I love about this camera is just how simple it is. It has a fixed lens, which means you have no choice but to shoot at the focal length. But that is perfect for me because I often overthink what lens or lenses to bring with me when I'm going out. And honestly, having a fixed lens, I feel that I'm more intentional with my shots because I have to physically move my body to get the composition I want. I also mostly use the X100V in single shot mode to slow myself down and really think about my shots. And lastly, I love the Fuji community that I've become a part of throughout making these videos. It's been really cool getting to talk to people from all over the world just because we share a common interest in Fuji and photography. Things that I don't like about this camera. Overall, I don't have much that I don't like about the X100V. These points are just more annoyances than anything. My biggest annoyance with this camera would be that over the course of the past 2 years, I have found myself at times wishing that I had a different focal length or that I could zoom in optically, because the camera does have a digital zoom, but it's kind of the same as just cropping in later on, and so I don't find a use in doing that. But yeah, sometimes I do find myself wishing that I had either the wide or the telephoto conversion lenses, but I could just never justify spending the price of a legitimate lens on them and then inconveniencing myself basically by carrying around a little converter to stick onto the front of the camera, or honestly just making the camera bigger than it already is. And another small thing about a feature that I don't use often anyways, but still is an annoyance, is the lack of in-body image stabilization. It's very apparent in video. I mean, I honestly don't even use the video mode on this camera, but on the few times that I have, it's been pretty bad. Like, I don't have the steadiest hands in the world, and that combined with the lack of IBIS just makes for a very shaky video. Will I be buying the Fujifilm X100VI? No. I personally have no reason to upgrade from the X100V. I'm perfectly fine with the camera that I have. But if you are in the market for one of these cameras in the X100 series and you don't know which one to pick between the X100V or the one that's coming next, at this moment in time in 2024, I'm gonna have to say just go with the new one, the X100VI, because I just feel like the new X100 camera is gonna cost probably the same, and you're gonna be getting a camera that has 3 more years of technology in it, and I'm sure is a big upgrade all around. I think you should just get the new one if you're stuck between these two. I mean, honestly, if you've been able to wait this long without getting the X100V and you haven't gotten it yet, a couple months, you got it. Wish you the best. I really love my X100V and I see myself using it for a very long time. I'm just gonna leave you with a bunch of my favorite photos that I've taken over the past few years with it. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
How we used to open